Hello and welcome to Education UK. A valid student visa is one of the things that you most definitely need to pursue your dream of studying in the United Kingdom. But what all does the application process require and what are the do's and don'ts for that? Well, that's what we're discussing today. But first up, join us as we trace two young students who are here to get visas for their dream destination.
Hi, my name is Kimberly Sarah Ireland. I'm a student at the British School in New Delhi, and I'm here at the British High Commission to find out more about the visa application process after receiving an offer to study music at Royal Holloway.
Hi, my name is Simone Tandon and I'm a student of the British School. I'm here at the British High Commission to find out more about the visa application process as I have just received an offer from the London School of Economics.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Natasha. I work here at UK Visas and Immigration here in New Delhi.
And my name is Eric Davis. I'm an entry clearance officer also here at New Delhi. Welcome.
So, congratulations first of all on your offers at UK universities. Today we just want to take you through the visa application process so you understand how it works from start to finish. So the first thing you do if you were starting to apply for your UK visas is to come onto the Visas for UK website. This is an online application form and you'd register and give all your details. And then you have to pay for your visa charge.
Could you tell us a little more about the health surcharge?
Yes, so from the 6th of April, students will need to pay up front in order to gain access to the National Health Service. They'll need to pay the health surcharge in advance, so it's £150 a year for students, and they'll need to pay that at the same time as they make their visa application and pay for their visa application. So for example, if you're doing a 3-year course, you'll need to pay £450 up front to pay for your surcharge, and that will give you access to the National Health Service for the duration of your studies. In addition, online, you'll need to book an appointment to go to the VFS Visa Application Centre. You'll go to the Visa Application Centre later to see what it's like, and it's there that you submit your visa application.
Got application forms there in front of you. I'll just briefly go through what was required, okay? Obviously, at the start of it, we will be looking for, obviously, you must have a valid passport. We also look for, obviously, some new photographs, up-to-date photographs, which you must submit. The form is pretty self-explanatory. It's relatively easy to fill in. Turn over. We're looking at, obviously, your Tier 4 students. This is where you will fill in what college you've applied for, university you've applied for. This is your opportunity, as you can see here, to basically say what course you're studying, how long the duration is, how much money you have for the funds, and so on and so forth. Important that you take with you all the original documents that you've used and shown to obtain your CAS.
What's a CAS?
The CAS is a Certificate of Acceptance of Study. You will obtain this from the college and the university. You must have a valid CAS. And basically it lists the course that you're doing, the duration of the course, how much money you've paid, what educational documents you've submitted to them. It's also important because it covers if the English language test has been conducted by them, or if you have provided a further documentation. All students must have what we call a valid Certificate of Acceptance of Study. You can have 4 or 5 of them, but you can only submit one. So there's nothing stopping you approaching 4 or 5 universities, for example, but we will only accept one.
What kind of supporting documentation would we need when applying for the UK visa?
So, as well as your CAS, your Certificate of Acceptance of Studies, you'd need to provide evidence that shows that you have the funds to support yourself for the duration of your course. So you'll need to show that you've held the required funds, that's your living allowances and your course fees, in a savings account for 28 days. That can be in your name or it can be in your parents' name, but you need to evidence where those funds have come from. So maybe that would be from pay slips or bank statements. Maybe it would be from a scholarship letter or from a loan that you'd been lent, but you need to show that you have that you were able to pay for your course. In addition, you need to show your immigration history, so you need your passport, you need any previous passports, and you also need the original educational certificates that you use to apply to the UK universities. Right, so now you're going to go to the Visa Application Centre and be taken through the process of actually applying and submitting your visa. So you'll go through they'll go through your documents with you and your form with you. They'll take your fingerprints for your biometrics, and you'll also do an interview with our entry clearance officers in Sheffield, who ask you a few questions about your course and about yourselves.
We've just submitted our visa application forms online.
And now we're at the UK Visa Application Centre to complete the second round of formalities. Hi, I'm Simone.
At this stage, we collect whatever the documents you have carried and we prepare a checklist for the same. And this we send it to the High Commission along with your application form. Now at the next step, you can go for the biometric procedure. Straight and left before exit.
We've submitted our applications,
And we're done with biometrics.
and now I'm going to head inside and complete my interview.
You can wear your headphones. Just check whether she's audible. Fine, right? So at this stage, Kimberly is having her video interview with the entry clearance officer at Sheffield, wherein she's going to ask her some particulars about her application, as in her name, her date of birth, her passport number, and which institution she's going to join in UK. So this is the final stage for the UK visa application for student visa.
We've now completed the final stage in submitting our applications for the UK student visa.
We will now go to the British High Commission to find out more about how they are considered.
Hi, welcome again.
Welcome again. So you've been to the Visa Application Centre, you've submitted your documents. Once you've submitted your visa application form, all that information will come back here to the British High Commission, and this is where your visa will be assessed.
Okay, I'll talk you through roughly the process that we look for. So as an entry clearance officer, as I say, the first thing we look at is obviously the CAS. So we look to make sure that you have attached with your application form the original documentation that you use to obtain the CAS. We will look specifically at obviously your education certificates that you sent. If we're happy with that, we'll then look obviously at the funds to see whether or not you have suitable funds. Again, we will assess that. Things, as I say, we're looking for is if you have the money, where has it come from? So we would look at obviously things like relationship. If your parents have given you the money and it's a large sum, then a bank account from your parents saying, I had this money and I've sent it in there. So we look at the funds. And after that, we look, as I say, primarily is why are you going to study? So is there a natural progression? So we would look for things like what education certificates you have obtained, the English language requirements, how is that being assessed? A lot of colleges and universities do it themselves, which is totally acceptable because ultimately they will be the ones that are teaching you. So if they are happy that you could go and study and obtain the course that you have applied for, then we tend to be happy as well. You would have seen a short or had a short interview conducted at the Visa Application Centre by our colleagues in Sheffield. They will assess the English. My job and my colleague's job is to basically look at that. If, in all honesty, you've struggled to answer a few questions, we may, not obviously all the time, we may call you in for an interview here at the High Commission. It's nothing really to worry about. It's just, as I say, there may be certain gaps in certain parts of your application form. If obviously we are happy with those things, so we're happy with the funds, we're happy that you have them, we're happy where they've come from, You have a credible reason as to why you've applied for a visa, why you want to study at the university of choice. We're happy with the supporting documents. You obviously have the TB certificate. We are more than likely going to basically not call you for an interview, and then we will issue the visa. And then obviously your passport is sent back to you. Okay?
Well, you just saw Kimberly and Simone learn about the visa process. It's time for us to slip into a short break. Back with lots more.